WBOC News at 6, Delmarva's news leader.
A new home sweet home for Shepherd's Crook. The Ocean City Food Pantry is one step closer to locking in a new location after its old one burned. Good evening, I'm Paul Butler.
And I'm Steve Hammond. Welcome to WBOC News at 6.
In November, an Ocean City church lost its pastor and food pantry in a devastating fire. Now, still stunned by all that happened, volunteers at Shepherd's Crook wondered if the pantry would ever find a new home.
Well, now, 2 months after that deadly fire, Shepherd's Crook is finding ways to move forward and soon into a new building. WBOC's Denise Sawyer joining us in the Newsplex. Denise, volunteers say this last couple of months have been nothing but extremely difficult.
Steve, some were surprised to hear Shepherd's Crook volunteers were out on 3rd Street giving out food and clothing just a week after the deadly church fire. But they weren't out there for too long with freezing weather and rain. They needed to find a new home. And now it appears they have found a place.
A blue tarp drapes in front of what used to be Shepherd's Crook. Flames tore through this building in November, forcing the group out on the street, bouncing from place to place, which meant Bob McCormick's next meal was in limbo.
After the fire, I went home, I opened up my pantry, and all the canned goods that were in there came from Shepherd's Crook.
He's one of many who depend on this food pantry in Ocean City. Derek Percival had to stand out in the bitter cold to get a bowl of hot soup.
They did a lot there. They did a lot. It's just a shame that it happened. But we're getting back, so, I can't stop it.
This food pantry behind me, which went up in flames, has been in Ocean City since 2000. But after that deadly fire, it has hopped from this location to Connors on the boardwalk. But thanks to the county, that organization found a new location here at the old Ocean City Health Center on Caroline Street. That's good news for Brenda Dingwall. She lost her husband, Reverend David Dingwall, in the fire and remains a devoted volunteer at the pantry.
It really is a sense of relief. We're excited that we're not going to be working out of our cars like we were the first couple of weeks after the fire. And we're excited that we're going to be able to serve.
Church officials say if all goes well, the food pantry will move into this county-owned building and say there's no telling how much it's going to cost to repair the old building. According to the church, as for now, St. Paul's by the Sea has received about $25,000 in donations.
Now, we should note Worcester County Commissioners and the County Health Department have to formally approve the deal before Shepherd's Crook can move into the old health center in Ocean City. Steve?
All right, Denise Sawyer, thank you. The pantry's search for a home all started when that fire damaged its old location, as Denise said. It was last November. John Raymond Sterner set himself on fire, went into the church, St. Paul's by the Sea. You're looking at video of that church fire. The fire took the life of Pastor David Dingwall, the reverend of the church. A woman inside, Dana Truitt, was severely burned in that fire and is still recovering in Ocean City.